Good morning, Whimsy Ray fans. This is Rachel. I apologize for the moving camera here. I'm just kind of doing this before I go to work. So today, first off, I'm going to fix the one I did last night. If you did not see it, don't worry about it. It's going to be fixed, okay? I will repost that. Anyway, I'm doing a video every day for maybe, I think this is going on the 4th, 5th day, something like that. Anyway, I'm a textured artist. If you haven't seen me before, and that's the type of art I do. I call it textured because a lot of people are familiar with that word versus mixed media or multimedia. I work in all different types of art except for clay, as far as like clay molding, but I almost do that a little bit on canvas, almost, not quite. One of my people I'm doing 20 famous Black women that inspired me through my lifetime. And I chose the 20 this time. I may do another stint of famous people, but for right now I'm doing 20 famous women, specifically minority women. And right now I have a list of them. Today I'm going to give you 4 that I'm going to start working on. And right now, all I'm doing is like the initial step, which for me, my process is drawing the people. I draw the people, and I usually use a mixture of pencil, chalk, pastel, depending on my interpretation of that person and what they mean to me. So Nina Simone today is what I've been working on this morning. This is an abstract. It's not done. I'm going to only do one side of her in detail, basically. The other side is going to be more or less a darker aspect of her. And I'm going to do her in a blue color, draw her, I should say, in a blue color. And it's going to have some different shades of blue in there. And that's my personal interpretation of Nina Simone. And again, this is just the beginning of it. I just worked on a little bit this morning. The other 3 people I am working on is Oprah Winfrey. The other one is going to be Vivica Fox. And there's one more, but I don't remember right now what the other person is. But there will. I'll post that later on once I think of the name. But for right now, Nina Simone, Vivica Fox, and Oprah Winfrey are the 3, and then the one that I did yesterday, I'm definitely, like I said, I'm going to fix that. But I just want to get the drawing, like the lion's share of it, in my interpretation while I have it fresh in my mind, what I want it to look like on paper. So with the Tina Turner in the background, I'm going to start trying to work on that towards the end of the week. Like I'm going to try a mixed pour, but I haven't decided the process of which I want to do that yet. I used to do more mixed pours, and I used to mix it up with my textured art and add more than just, the pouring of it, so to speak. I'll go into that further on down the road. But right now, I'm just trying to focus. And again, the name of my business, my brand is Whimsy Ray's Artistry for a reason. So here you go. I tend to just hang in there with me. That's just the way I work. But I do get it done. I do. I promise. I do. So there is some videos that y'all been waiting for, like the process of how I drew another person, which was Beyonce. She's one of the first ones I did. I am working on it. I have contracted out my work for my editing. And I would suggest anybody who's considering doing, the same thing I'm doing, which is, posting stuff on YouTube and all that. If they want someone to edit their videos and they're not very good at it, like myself, I would suggest you do that. Go ahead and get a contractor and, have them help you edit those videos. If it's just to, speed up the process, like if it's an hour long or whatever. And I've been doing research on that. They recommend that you don't, depending on your video and what type of target market you have, you need to decide how long your videos are. So I just wanted to mention that. I don't know if you thought about that, but there's a lot of, it's like a science now, this YouTube thing. Oh my goodness, it's like a science. And same way with Instagram too. There's all kinds of algorithms and stuff that go into all this social media stuff. But basically, in a nutshell, What I'm trying to accomplish with this is to create value with my art, myself as an artist. Also to give you a little bit of about myself, basically my personality, things like that, what I stand for as an artist, as a business. And basically, hopefully the end result will be that I will gain the trust of a good clientele. At this point, I'm still working on creating, and I think that's a work in progress for people, is to create your own email list of people that you can contact every so often when you come up with an event or however much you want to do. All of those things for me, I'm still trying to feel all that out. Like if I want to have an event, I mentioned that a couple months back, I wanted to host an event in one of my videos in the past. I think I did. And I'm still working on that. But right now, my Whimsy Ray fans, hang in there with me. I'm trying to focus on these 20 famous people. And I have some commission pieces I'm working on too this week that I got to roll out. I got to get done. And so I'm very excited. And okay, advice, suggestion for today would be get up, get going, keep going, keep chugging away, try something new today, do something you haven't done before, grow, expand, learn, research something. If you're having an issue with one aspect or another and you're having a frustrating morning, that means you're going to figure it out. That's what that means. And you just haven't figured it out yet. So take a break, take a breather, whatever you're trying to do, and, work on it. Oh, website issues. So I might have a solution. I'm waiting to see today. I will know once I look at it to see if it's working. If not, taking my own advice a little bit at a time. So again, thank you for watching. Again, this is Nina Simone. It's just like the beginning stages of her. She's not completely done yet. She's going to be a little bit of pencil, a little bit of different colors. Blue, right now, I'm really feeling the color blue. And it's not in a bad way. It's in a good way, like emotion and expressive. In science, I guess you could say, or in reality, blue is actually the hottest color, because blue, when a flame in blue is, flaming, it's very, very hot. It's at the hottest temperature. It's like hottest fire. So there you go. And Nina Simone was a firehouse as far as, a flame. She was a lot. She was a lot to a lot of people. So for me personally, Nina Simone, she was courageous. She had a lot of, what I would use the word would be cuspa. And if you're not familiar with that term, I'll have to tell you about that in another time. But anyway, she had a lot of courage, There's a term that people use to describe somebody that has courage, that has a lot of, and I don't want to say, because, I'm trying to keep this, but yeah, I tell you what, all these drawings in a nutshell that I'm doing remind me of my past and growing up and the good things and the good times that I had with my parents, the music that we listened to. Okay, I got a few seconds. All right, back in the day, let me tell you, if you don't want to watch this, you can shut it off if you want to, but I would watch this because, it's a little bit about me. Anyway, back in the day when I was a little girl, we had this old record player. Now, this is dating me. But we used to have a wooden record player that used to sit out in the living room. And if you had a wooden record player, you were somebody. And you could play records, and oh my goodness, records. The sound of the record player. So here's the thing. We would dance in the living room, or, well, in the room, the entertainment room, I guess you call it now. But we had a little TV room. It's tiny. It wasn't like we had a big house. Don't get me wrong. But it was the room where the record player was. And we used to dance. We had a basement, so we were on the main floor of the house. And, when you danced and stuff and moved around, it would jar and you couldn't dance too much. You couldn't really, get down because it would move the house, especially if the house, was like our house. And so when you had a record player, it would skip, and they would say, don't skip, don't be rocking like that. Anyway, so when you dance, you couldn't do too much. You just kind of do like this, when you're a little girl, you just do a little bit of rocking back and forth, because if you danced too much, it would make the record skip, and you couldn't do that. So anyway, that's just a little bit about me. But if y'all know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, look it up on YouTube. I don't know. Anyway, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye.